I notice how often I will cough right at the beginning, clear my throat. I do that a lot. I don't know. It's just a annoying reaction that I wish I didn't do. I think there are certain streamers and game recorders I've seen before who will, like, use cough drops and stuff so they don't do things like that. But I think it's just a thing I do so much. I don't even think I should care about it. But anyway, what do I have going on here? Okay, you know what? Hold on one sec. Okay, so I looked at lists of things I would need to bring to Aquilo, and it didn't comfort or help me at all because looks like people mentioned bringing a lot of concrete, and that is one thing that I definitely do not have any of. Got a lot of flying robot frames, that's good. Do not need any ice. In fact, why do I have so much ice? I think my ice should be reduced by a lot. Wondering if my thruster fuels are building up because they're like completely empty now. I feel like these should have all been full. The water is full, so that's not the problem. We got calcite, iron ore, water. Jacks I'll need. Got plenty of those. I'll need chemical plants. And you have that uncommon quality mostly. Heating towers. I probably have purple ones by now. fuel cells. Nuclear fuel. Blue. These all purple or blue. Yeah, we're good on that. All the rockets. It's like, I don't even know what I should send up. What would be priority? I mean, if I'm making quality stuff out here, Novice is Novice is supposed to be the productivity module planet, I think. And I do not have that going because it requires this. It requires sending a bunch of bioflux here constantly. And that is that is a lot of specific tweaks I need to have going. This was supposed to be, whoa. Wonder if it'd be worth it to make a quality recycler ship, so that I can just, like, you know, turn copper into something and then recycle it and slowly build up certain quality resources. Look, this is all my early garbage approach to all this. And this is a really dumb ship that I forget if it even works for whatever it's supposed to do. Was supposed to be able to travel, and it failed on that. I wonder if it is partly because of the quality I had for things. I might have had lower quality turrets when that occurred, and if it is because of that, then these should maybe solve that, because they've got dramatically better range. This will have to be tested. No clue if that's even a problem. It's such a pain that I want to expand, and I so many space platforms that I'd be able to. Foundations. It's just that would like if I want to make this nice diamond shape as my Star Destroyer plan originally, but I know that would require moving each and every one of these. Moving the paths around, potentially getting hit in the middle of my update process. And worst of all, I don't know if they added a control for symmetry, because that would be really helpful. Like if I could symmetrically build here and build on the other side at the same time, that would actually be awesome. Yeah, I have no clue. And what does this do? It's pretty good. I could actually start getting rid of the blue ones. Well, maybe not. I think I want 3 of these blocks. Did I make a blueprint for this? I guarantee I did. I just don't know where I put it. Yes. Now our power will be sustainable forever. Forever. Now, I have substations being made. Really aren't getting any blue ones. I feel like that's a little bit sus. Okay, I'm gonna set that for maybe a few hundred. So then all the rest of those. Do I not have it set to request from? That was the problem. Gotta always have it set to request from buffer chests. Speed ups for the speed ups. That's all stacked up. This I've got going this way. That's for sending up. And this is going over here. That's important. These things are no longer valid positions. This already isn't valid. Before I get rid of this coal, I want to see if there's anything down here that I would need it for. I guess not. I mean, I probably want to just move it, fix the positioning anyway. So if I'm going to be out there trying to use nuclear power, can't believe how long it's taken me to even consider going to Aquilo. I mean, I've considered it for a long time, but I'm not really trying to go there. Even though, for me, the legendary, getting legendary stuff is like mentally the top priority. Because that is like the end game goal. But I'm not doing it. Because I have a feeling if I go out there, I'm not going to be fully prepared. And if I'm not fully prepared, I could end up screwed over and have to revert to a save way earlier or something like that. And that would be frustrating. It wouldn't be the end of the world. And I have done that before. During this gameplay, I forget if I recorded. I forget if I included the recording where I went to Fulgora, but I'm pretty sure I did. Then I ended up having to revert. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember if I just explained it that, oh yeah, it was a failure. So I'm recording now from the earlier save. That might have been what happened. set up this measurement thing. And it's actually successful. Does the quality on this stuff matter? No. Doesn't matter at all. I think I must have set quality so that I can... What do these destroy down to? Okay, so steel and copper. And they make quality. So am I making quality boilers too? Yes. So let's set up... to see what I need to actually make. What does sulfur go into that I might need? Atomic bombs are one thing that I don't think I have ever made even once. Not completely 100% on that. Railgun. There's a thing I don't have that I need. Wish the efficiency went up more than the power generation. What does this use when it comes to Aquilo? Doing that Willem Dafoe. Aquilo. Yeah, I don't see any Aquilo specific items here. I see seeds. I see. I'm gonna guess I can make fuel out of something like the rocket fuel out of something in the water or something, but I do not know. Also, I want to make stuff with this copper, and I want to make stuff with this iron and copper specifically, because I had this set up here and it was doing its thing. So let's revisit this. Let's revise this. Revisitory. Damn it. Oh yeah, wait a second. I was gonna bring this stuff up over there. See if that can be done. Well, what do we have here? Okay, put that there, that's cool. That fits there well. And I've got what would be the best way to put this through? Ah. this case, I feel like I just want to... A lot of these, I'm not using underground belts as much as I could, just because I like to see what's on the actual strip. I'll put this on here so that I can have a little space to draw it in either direction if necessary. Now I've got these, and I was gonna make batteries here. Batteries and these dumb things. Why is this not? Forgot the buffer check. That is one thing I forgot so many times. Buffer chests are incredibly convenient to a point that I am amazed by it. And yet I always forget to click the stupid thing that makes it function properly. Although, there is a good point there that it clears out the things in the regular system before the buffer chest. Although, I do wonder if it naturally prioritizes like that without, like, naturally. Like, does it actually say, oh, that's a buffer chest, those are selected last, and that makes me wonder, because it could take from the buffer chest or whatever is closest, potentially the buffer chest, and then pull from the rest of the system and put it into the buffer chest, because the buffer chests are requesting. Okay, it's giving... How in the hell do I not have a couple of the blue ones? Statistically, why does it seem like certain things just do not show up as fast as other things? It's gotta... Okay, it's because these things are, what, extremely expensive? No, they're not. It's 5 advanced circuits. It's technically expensive, I guess. It's gotta be that I wasn't requesting that, so it was paused for a long time. The Enterprise. Ugh. I'm on Novice. I wanted to check Novice to see what I have that I can send up. $10K low density structures. That's one thing I think I want to send up. Some of those. $200 per rocket. I turned off auto requests, so we're going to turn that back on. You know, this reminds me of my AI theory I had about the future of how things are going to work and how I wish I could think. I think my mindset about a lot of things, my brain function, one of my stronger points is being able to think about a lot of things simultaneously in order to make kind of a nuanced, sensible assessment of some large-scale system or something. But it's not specific, it's nuanced. So what I imagine is when a factory in the future, using AI, will be able to calculate specifically all of the details simultaneously so that, like, it could do things exactly as it would want. For this example, like, what I wish I could do is, like, just know exactly what is overproducing, and if I could see each thing that's overproducing, then I could put it into a process to create something and then recycle the unimportant things, and then as it builds up the recycled higher level materials, then I'd be able to do the same thing with each of those. Now, I can say that that's what I want, but actually accomplishing that, it's so tedious that I end up just never doing it, and I set up things like this to just stockpile, and then eventually I'll set up some thing to use higher quality stuff because I build up enough, which works, but I wish there was a way that how I always want things to be sustainable and persistent. That's what I wish I could do with all this, so that I create some kind of sustainable, persistent process that, like, this base, when I just ignore it for a long time, I know the copper and stuff is going to fill up all of the excess containers. That's what it was doing for a while. Probably just because I had one purple. Yeah, I must have had like one purple one here, one purple one here. So it was just putting things into the system when it would inevitably fill it all up and then block out anything else from storing in there when necessary. Like, here's a perfect example. Sulfuric acid not building up right now. It's being used too quickly in certain things. And I don't know how to handle that aside from just producing more, trying to produce more. Which is, I feel like that's lazy to me because it is, but also because I would want things to be stable and persistent. Like have a system that can automatically kind of detail things itself. Like if we're building up too much, it corrects and produces a bit more and then recycles a bit more, etc. Because sometimes there are little triggers that I don't realize exist, like certain things that I set to be limited that will overdraw because of science production or something. Random stuff. It's just, I always want that kind of precise system, but then I just settle for the addictiveness of the game in general, which is just mashing things together and hoping it works and ending up with this kind of, spaghetti. set these up because I have so much ore that I need to be getting rid of it. Logistics networks. How do I filter by quality? Is there a way to do that? I just want to see if I have any buildings or things of higher quality that I've built up that I want to use. A lot of uncommon copper and iron. An immense amount of uncommon copper and iron. Those can be going into certain things. Where's my producer? Okay, here's one of them. This one's just general production, I think. I'm also gonna add gears. So gears, I could be making turrets, but those turrets, I got a lot of turrets. I could automate shotgun production and dismantle them for higher quality wood. I think I will set shotguns and set this to request all of them, all common ones, all uncommon. I don't know what this means. check how much wood I've got. Yeah, we don't have quality wood. It's 3 rare pieces of wood. I'm over here trying to talk about going to Aquilo simultaneously. I'm trying to grind up wood on Novice for quality. Come on. Come on. This is dumb. Too distracted from priorities at hand. Looks like this might be not building up fast enough. I'm not 100% sure, but let's check the quality. Okay, now that that's sped up, I'm guessing it'll be fast. I've got tin set to be given to me. I'm not getting many quality on these higher level ones. I should have quality on all of that, enough to make uncommon. Do I have it all set in here? No, I do not. Gear wheel, circuits, pipes. Did I do the wrong thing? Pipes. And steel, I think. Okay. I don't know why I'm requesting those into here. Ooh, looks like I'm really churning through the green circuits. Why is that though? $342,000. That's a lot. supposed to... Oh, okay. Okay, once all those fill up, it's gonna be done for that. It's weird to think. It's also weird to think that all these items have no purpose for quality. Why not? Seems like the speed could be increased a bit. I guess it would ruin the point of lower, like yellow belts are meant to be a certain speed. And if you could increase that, like what would legendary speed be? Would it be the same as green? That's a weird thought. But I mean, something could be different. Even if it's just the health. Iron plates and batteries. How do I make batteries? Iron, copper, sulfuric acid. I brought the sulfuric acid. I got it right here. actually making bulk inserters here? It just struck me that I don't know if I'm making any inserters here. Steam turbines. There's one. That's one to consider. Do I have steam turbines to match? I got 6 standard steam turbines and a regular heat exchanger. That's what we need to consider here. Capacity 10. Will 20 be enough? I only have one nuclear reactor. When 2 is more efficient. But then I'll go through my fuel faster, I think. Even if it's producing better. Coal. Okay, those aren't being pulled out. This is all full. We have excess. I think I did make the point to allow a lot to build up, specifically so we have a duration of safety. I only have one more rocket launcher thing. One. How many of those do I have on Gleba? we are going to start making more rockets because we need them for sure. Rocket launcher, carbon processing units. Do I have all of that stuff in here? I know I was making rocket launchers up here. So here's what we need to do. Set up for green quality from the start. Do we have all of that? Indeedly-dee we do. But then this needs to be set to also recycle standard quality ones. Churn out a bunch of rocket launchers. Oh, there we go. Get the quality going. Hopefully this request from the buffer chest. Doo-doo-doo. Oh man, I wanted to hear the song. One thing I do need to check though, what is my power consumption up here? Am I hurting on power? I guess it depends on what location I'm at. Because I don't have nuclear, so that is key to my Aquilo issue. Pretty sure I run out of power. Because they don't have good solar up there, I think. Hence the frozen planet versus Volcanus, which is very high solar. And of course I didn't mean for so long to set up a nuclear thing on my ship. I'm just worried, as always, that I wouldn't be able to sustain it. But if I took all this down, I'd have some space for nuclear. Even have this water here. But do I have anywhere for output? Literally this point where I could put an underground belt. No, it wouldn't even fit right there. I'd have to underground belt. Let me see if it would fit. So close. So close. Trying to think of how to do this. So I do believe there's a way. This is where I can be sometimes a little bit good at. Just a little finagling that I need to do to make something work. And probably not even better than anyone else, of course. But I'm willing to put in that time because I don't want to take the larger tier effort to solve some bigger problems and make more space. Just want to make it work with what I got going on here. if this was moved up to here, this would go into it and that would screw that up. And I can't turn this either direction. What is this even supposed to be? Is that... Maybe it was a standard ammo. Just to make sure I had enough. So if I can remove that, then I do have space. Carbon or ice? What would have gone in? So I'd be grabbing iron and carbon or ice. What the hell was this supposed to be? Output goes directly into the ship. Was it white science? I totally forgot white science was even a thing. Ice, carbon, iron. Yeah, that's my white science production. That was some difficult deduction. Now I'm thinking... Okay, maybe I could have... Maybe I could try making many nuclear power plants. This has got to be canceled out. Yeah. Yeah, I made 39 of those, but that would have been removing all my uranium. 235. Uranium fuel cells. Maybe I'll just put these up here, deliver them to somewhere. I have passenger present set here just to stop it from going. I kind of want to see if it can survive now. Actually, I'm going to save my game and try that. Because if this small ship can survive and just be my little delivery boy, that would be pretty cool. That was originally the goal. I just think I stopped that because for many reasons, I think. Okay, this is novice. Then we'll go with Volcanus. What's the calcite limit? 500. So we'll keep 500 calcite. Section Fulgora. Fulgora, I don't know what I want from there yet. And finally, Gleba. If I put up agricultural science and bioflux, that would add delay to it. I think I'll just leave it at agriculture for now. And we'll see how this works. Pause thrust automatic. Actually, I think I should not have this here. That should fill up. Slowly but surely. Concrete. Now, I do feel like higher tier concrete should give at least a very minuscule increase in walking speed, so the types are more important, but there might be a spectrum of 10% or so just related to the type. Like this is 140. Legendary should be 150. This is 150. Legendary could be 160. My gears are being made too slowly right here. That's weird. set custom minimum. What is that? There we go. There we go. Whoops. Now, oh, I've got, I'm gonna throw those down then. Why would I even have these here? Okay, so all those are blue. These are still green. $50. Only 43, as if that's... How do we not have 300 processing units on this planet? Buffer chests? Is that a buffer chest problem? Okay, so see what the hell caused this? These are suddenly all completely filled. Here's one thing I can do. I could get rid of all those radar. 200. I have it set for 200. Should not need more than 50 ever. Yeah, so I'm producing a bunch of stuff right next to the rockets for a reason. Battery production is back up. That means I can get rid of these. Ooh, my iron is out. Suppose I could add another one. Damn it. Oh, jeez, I gotta... that over there, and put... that over there. Okay, now that's blocking this one up. Damn it. There we go, building up slowly but surely. What the hell is all this doing? need to be grinding up standard crushers. How ironic. The crusher has been crushed. Let's see the line. It'll be visible. There it is. It's pretty damn impressive that calcite lasts this long. Like, this is really... I mean, mining productivity, yeah, that's a factor, but... Should be passive. Do I have a quality setup for batteries? I think I do. Nice. Oh, it's just flowing over here. I do enjoy having so many bots that it's just... It does function a lot like water. Everything's just flowing constantly. Any changes will just be a sudden pressure one direction, and it just immediately moves everything now. Plastic. Okay, iron and batteries to make accumulators. would you look at that? I've got 2 battery producers like I originally had, and 1 accumulator producer. So I'm literally exactly where I was, except I moved it. And let's not forget that I have 126,000, literally more than the humorously large number I just said suddenly. I've got so many batteries that I don't even need to think about it. Actually, what can I use on batteries? What can I use batteries for on Volcanus? So, I mean, there's plenty of stuff I could use batteries for on Fulgora. Laser turrets. I could be making quality laser turrets. That's a thing. Definitely flying robot frames. That's actually one thing I should definitely be making. Even if it's not for this planet. I got the electric engine unit set up big time. The whole point of having this massive amount of production for these things would just be to be able to make things like that. But now, yeah, I brought that all the way up here, so I presume I would be making things like that up in one of these sections. Damn it. Oh wait, these are blue. Roboports. That is a standard one. Standard. I had these back to back with a fluid in the middle. If I'm going to be making robot frames, which are an intermediary item, right? Batteries, circuits, steel plates, electric engine units. I guess I'm doing this over here. This is like kind of space related stuff, and this for some reason. Purple. I'm amazed I don't have more purple yet, but see, at a certain point that's going to be a disadvantage. At which point I will reduce the number of exoskeletons I have and add a lot of shields. Lots and lots of shields. And lasers. Assemblers. Okay. This takes 4 inputs. Steel batteries, electronic circuits, electric engine units. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna change some things here. We're gonna change it up, mix it up, swirl it around a bit, and do a bit of that. And we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do that. Perfect. Don't tell me I gotta take it all out with these. Quality. So here's what I'm gonna have to do. Use filters. Where the hell are the batteries? Batteries, standard quality. Then we go with batteries. Uncommon, greater, less than, equal to, whatever the hell. I'm probably gonna have to swap that on all of them now. I need to look at what I've got elsewhere. Okay, this isn't clogging up, therefore it is the one that is pointed to the right. plates, batteries. So I will also need steel plates. And how do I do this? Gotta pull them both forward and then some over here. Just because it looks like steel doesn't mean it requires steel. This might be a fair position for some steel. Okay, so we'll have quality going. This is one. This one. I got enough bots to. Interestingly enough, the more of these I produce, I will be able to have more bots. So definitely isn't a problem to be grabbing them with bots. But also, I don't know. Do I have a RoboFrame quality setup? That's one thing I'm gonna have to do before I do have it. Now that just makes me wonder, when and where did I have RoboFrames going? I feel like I had it over here somewhere. But I never made a point to start it up again, or I moved it and forgot about it. I've got this here. This is just making them casually. That's... like, for real, I just went through all that trouble once again to set up one, which I could have done with a blue chest. Of all things that make me feel a little bit dumb, it's doing stuff like this all the time when I could very easily have a blueprint that fills out a whole section for this exact process. It's just, do I have a blueprint for anything that requires 4 different inputs? Even this is 2 and liquid. This is just 2, 3 inputs, but this could be adapted for 4. Just split the second side. Okay, this video is supposed to be over, but once again, I am reminded that I do not have inserters set to be produced here. Yeah, that's not enough inserters. I need to be making inserters. What does it take for a standard? Okay. If I want bulk inserters, that means I'm going to need fast inserters. That means I'm going to need standard inserters. So standard inserters are iron plates, gears. Iron plates, gears. Okay, so I could do that right over here somewhere. But now I have to ask, how many assemblers am I going to put to work specifically for inserters? If I just want high quality bulk inserters with some extra buildup of fast inserters, that means I'm going to need quality going into each of these parts, pulling away the higher quality ones that I can use for later. Iron plates, gears, electronic circuits. electronic circuits and iron plates. Now it's making me rewire this stuff. Advanced circuits. Now we're getting tedious. Okay, this will look really sloppy if I go that way. Maybe I should start it earlier. Oh, this is my piled up section. I want to use this section. But if I do that, I think I want to bring that back there. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep this section, I suppose, separate from these ones. What if I did this? I guess I'll just have to split this again. I think this line could use the stacker. Oh yeah, it already has it. Okay, how am I gonna set this up? How far does this go? Oh, damn it. I can go through down here. Maybe I'll go through around the back. Or what if... Oh wait, that wouldn't work. I don't have enough space. What's going on with this? It's pointed the wrong way. Oi. There we go. Now I want to set up quality sections for each one of those. I guess I could put them right here so it's kind of close to that. And interestingly, these, I didn't set quality for these because it's pointless. aside from what they could make, and I'm not sure what they go into. I am blanking on whatever belts go into and whatnot. Used in themselves, so there's no connection to any other items on all these, so that's perfect. So over here, when I put quality versions for each of these, that'll work out just fine. Also, I need to change this back down kind of. Now I'll be doing that in the next episode. This is longer than I expected. GG.